Hey everyone, I hope you're all doing well and welcome to this super exciting video where I'm going to go through everything I've got planned and how I've planned it for my trip to Japan. So I did announce this on my Instagram, but me and my boyfriend Kieran are heading to Japan. We're doing Tokyo, we're doing Tokyo Disney, we're doing Osaka, and we're heading there so soon. We're heading there in October. Just super exciting just to even say the words. And I wanted to jump on here, do a little video of how I found the whole planning Japan, planning Tokyo, Tokyo Disney. I am a regular to Paris Disney parks, Orlando, Walt Disney World parks, but Tokyo is a completely different ballgame. And yeah, it's got a lot kind of to it to research. There's some amazing YouTubers and videos out there that have really helped along the way to plan this. But yeah, I'm also going to vlog my trip as well, so I can pass on any knowledge, any tips that I pick up when I'm actually there doing the trip. But yeah, this video is just going to be having a little chat about Tokyo, having a bit of a chat of what I've found along the way, what I've researched, what I've got planned, and yet what will be coming up in the vlogs. So if you haven't already, please subscribe because yeah, lots and lots coming up from this trip. And if you are new here, my name is Laura, and mainly on this channel, I've got my travel vlogs, Disney trip vlogs, theme park trips, mainly sharing trips like that on here. But yeah, this one's a pretty exciting one. It's been a long time coming, this trip. We had to move it from October 2024 due to my health. We had to move it from then, we should have already been and gone, but we haven't yet. And yeah, we moved it a whole year along, and soon it'll be only a month away till we go from the time of recording this. So I can't believe it. Well, like, I just still don't feel quite ready yet to go, but I have done my homework and I'm hoping that it can be the most amazing trip for both me and Kieran. And yeah, let's have a little talk about what I've got planned. If you have been to Tokyo before, or you're planning a trip, or you just don't even know where to start, let me know in the comments. Let's talk about Tokyo, let's talk about Japan. I am super excited, and yeah, anything I say, and if you've got any tips along the way that you think would be handy for me to know, please let me know in the comments. And yeah, lots kind of planned. Some stuff still needs to be booked. We're doing a bit of a split stay along the time. We have 11 nights there. Wish we had longer, but it's just kind of due to annual leave and everything. That's the time that we had. I think I have snuck an extra day in for what we originally had planned for last year. At Disney, of course. We've got a lot to pack in, and I've got tons and tons of lists on notes on my phone, saved loads of TikToks, just got everything kind of planned. So where do we start? Let's start with when we're going. We are heading there mid-October, and we chose October, again, from research. It kind of came up with the best times to go. October was one of them. A lot of people go for cherry blossom season, and even though that's absolutely amazing and beautiful, it just, a lot of the time you see that it's super busy, and it's a busy tourist, a busy place anyway. And with, say, the cherry blossom at time, it just seemed to be too busy. Summer is really hot and humid, apparently, and we didn't really fancy that either. And say, when we were researching, a lot of the time, October was coming up as the best time to go. And it also ties in with my favourite time of year, which is Halloween. Yeah, it ticks off two things: slightly cooler weather and then Halloween as well. And I'm really excited to see how Tokyo Disney do Halloween. I know they've got some Halloween celebrations on and kind of special Halloween merch and things. So yeah, just thought it's a great time of year to go, and I can see kind of how Halloween is done over there also. We are flying from London directly to Tokyo, so Tokyo Haneda Airport. It's around a 14-hour flight. It's the longest flight I've ever done. Both me and Kieran have never been across that side of the world before to a country in Asia, and I thought Japan was a pretty cool one to start with. So yeah, it's going to be a really long flight, but yeah, very excited to vlog that and share our travel day with that. Now, I'm a super planner, plan everything. I've got, say, lists of stuff on my phone. Kieran, on the other hand, he just kind of wants to wing it when we're there. And yeah, and I know we're not going to fit everything in, and I know there's a lot to do, and I don't want to overwhelm myself and try and like race to places and fit everything in. I just know the time we've got there's not enough time. We definitely, hopefully, need to go back one day. So I have to realistically think we can't do everything, but there are some main kind of tourist things that we want to do, things that you see online that look amazing and the kind of like iconic staple things you've got to do on a first Japan trip. But yeah, we'll do a little bit of wandering and just kind of like explore together, explore the city together. But I have got some things in mind that I really want to do, food I want to eat, shops I want to go to. So we'll see how it goes. But before I get into the itinerary, I just want to go through where I booked this trip. Now, the majority of it I did book through Ever After Holidays, which is the company that I work for. So not sponsored, it's not an ad or anything. I work for this company. We specialise in Disney destinations around the world and putting kind of holiday packages together. So I would always obviously book through them because it's where I work and I know the system and everything like that. So as soon as we could start selling Japan, I was like, yeah, absolutely going to book this trip through there. So flights and the hotels in the city. I did do a little bit of booking through Tokyo Disney Direct for that element. And then I also use a site called Klook, which is one that I see everywhere when I've been doing my research, booking tickets, booking bullet trains, anything like that. It's always been like Klook, Klook, Klook all the time. And they get really good recommendations. And yeah, it just seems like, I think you can do it for like worldwide kind of destinations, not just Japan. But there's lots of stuff on there. So I've booked like, might say, bullet train tickets through there. I've booked our Tokyo Disney tickets through there, which you can do directly through the Tokyo Disney site. As I say, everything was bought with our own money, not sponsored anything, but that was kind of the easiest way to book our trip. And as I say, there's lots of little elements you can kind of do, but it was great to have everything kind of packaged together, flights and hotels and things like that. Yeah, we travel on a Sunday. We actually get to Tokyo on the Monday, early morning. So our flight is on the Sunday at 9:30 from Heathrow, staying over the night before. And hopefully going to fit in the lounge at the airport. We love doing that. And then we've got the direct flight across to Japan. Again, in this video, I'll try and let you know prices of things. It's kind of going to be like an estimated price or kind of a round up price of things. And again, I'll hopefully kind of keep a track on the costing of everything when I'm there, because I know a lot of people do ask kind of how much are you looking for a trip like this. So yeah, I want to kind of let you guys know prices and stuff, and you can kind of decide what you want to spend your money on here and there, because say there's some things you can kind of cut the cost on, some things you might want to spend on. We're kind of doing it what works best for us. So yeah, the other day I did book our seats for us, and due to me having surgery early this year, I just wanted to be as comfortable as I can on the flight and make sure I can get up and walk about when I want to. And the seating on the flights looks like a 3, 3 and 3. And yeah, I just didn't really want to end up in the middle seat. So it was expensive. I think it was about £100 per person for both ways to reserve your seats ahead of time. Again, you can wait and check in the day before and get allocated a seat and it might all be fine. But for us and just for my peace of mind, I wanted to make sure we had our seats pre-booked. We've actually gone for 2 aisle seats, so we can both kind of get up as and when we want to. But yeah, we'll see how that goes. I need to kind of get a little bit of a travel kit together and a bit of like a flight kit. And I'm also looking for a decent neck pillow. I haven't got one of those yet. So if you've got any recommendations, please send me a link. Let me know if you've tried and tested one. I need a good neck pillow, and then I need like, yeah, a little kit together for the flight. Definitely some shows downloaded and all of that sort of stuff to prepare for that long flight, because it's the longest flight we've both ever done. So yeah, we're excited to kind of get straight there. Early morning we arrive into Tokyo Haneda, and then we haven't actually booked this yet, but we are going to get a coach. I think it's called Airport Limousine Coach or something like that. Basically a big bus, big coach that takes you from the airport to certain destinations around in Tokyo. And one does drop off kind of near our hotel. And there are various ways of getting from the airport. Some people might decide to use the trains, probably a lot faster, I mean, the bus is only about £7 per person per way, so it's not expensive at all. But I know a lot of people use the trains. I just know for us, getting off that long flight, getting into a new country through the airport and then trying to tackle a train or a couple of trains into like Shinjuku Station or something, which is the biggest station in the world, with our cases. No, I can't be doing it. I just know, I know it'll be stressful, and I just feel like I don't want that. I don't want to have that worry when I get there. So I have had a little research. The bus is getting really good reviews. Everybody says it's easy to find in the airport, and I think you can pick up your tickets when you're there. So instead of kind of pre-booking ahead and just in case any times change and things, we just going to pick them up and get on a bus there. And I say it might be a bit of a waiting around, but we're getting in so early. We haven't got anything reserved or booked for the rest of the day. So yeah, I think we're going to be okay to do that. I know from research, a lot of people say that taxis in Tokyo are really expensive and nobody really uses taxis. It's more the trains because they're so easy and cheap, etc. But if I get to the airport and the taxi isn't too bad, or a private kind of transfer isn't too bad, I might look into that. To say I will keep a note of like money and kind of what we spend our money on and the costing, because getting into a car and just putting our bags in and going does sound a lot better, but I'm happy to try out the coach as well and try and get that sorted. And then when we get to Tokyo then, we have 3 nights and we're staying in the area of Shinjuku. I say Shinjuku. I think it's kind of pronounced a different way, but it is a main city within the city of Tokyo. It's an amazing area. You probably will have seen it a lot of times if you research or have a look at any of videos from Tokyo. It's the area where they've got that big 3D billboard, the cat billboard. It's got like lots of shopping, lots of food, lots of bars, all of that sort of stuff. It is a main, say Shinjuku Station is the busiest station in the entire world. So it's a real hub of kind of the main tourist areas of Tokyo. And when I've watched kind of videos on where to stay, where's best to stay, came across a lady called Amy who does a channel called Cakes with Faces. And she always goes to Japan. She's been going for years. She actually has done a review of the hotel that we're staying at and a video, and says she always likes to stay in that kind of area. So that was great to hear. And as soon as I saw this hotel, I was like, I have to stay there. So basically, it is a hotel called the Hotel Gracery. It's a big, big hotel tower in the kind of centre of Shinjuku. And if you've looked at any hotels in Tokyo, you might have seen it pop up. But it's basically the hotel that has the Godzilla head sticking out of the side of it. And when I saw that hotel, I didn't want to stay anywhere else. I was like, that's where we're staying. I have to stay in the Godzilla hotel. Nothing else is coming close to it. It's happening. So yeah, we booked there for 3 nights and it looks so cool. Say there's lots of stuff going on around it, lots of entertainment and shopping and places to eat and stuff all around, right in the kind of main area. And hotel rooms in Japan are renowned for being really small, and it has got quite small rooms. Ended up going for a twin room. So again, we'll give you a room tour on the vlogs. I'll let you know how we found that hotel, because I say it's a popular one. A lot of people do know about that hotel or have stayed there if you want to be kind of like in the heart, in like the hustle and bustle of Tokyo. And yeah, let's see how that goes. But as soon as I saw it, if we're doing a trip to Japan, what's better than the Godzilla hotel? Like, I have to stay there. It's got a really cool like observatory kind of cafe bar area, and yeah, it just looks a lot of fun. So staying there. And like I said, not much kind of planned and set in stone for the first 3 days. The only thing that I really want to get done and booked is the Shibuya Sky, which is obviously in the Shibuya area, where you've got the Shibuya crossing, like the big kind of zebra crossings. They've got the world famous kind of busiest crossroads in the world. Obviously, I think that's a real must do when you go to Tokyo. And yeah, they have this kind of observatory sky building, and it's really popular. I think it's about between £14 and £20 per ticket. It's not expensive at all. There are a lot of free observatory towers, and you've got like the Sky Tower, you've got the Tokyo Tower. I don't know if you can go up there, but I'd say there's lots of kind of areas you can go up and have a look at the obviously the whole city. But Shibuya Sky looks amazing. It's got like the big escalators that come down, and you do see it a lot of time on TikTok and stuff. So yeah, fell in love with that. I thought that would be a great way to start our trip and go and do that. And by chance, like the weather seems to be the best on that Monday that we're there, the first day. So again, depends how tired we are, depends if we're kind of up for it. I will hopefully book those tickets for them, hoping to get a sunset time, so around 4:30 to go up there, but that's the most popular time, and it books and it sells out really, really quickly. But yeah, a lovely kind of 3 days in Tokyo. Want to have a little look at the gardens, a shrine, Harajuku, Akihabara, going to go across to, which is kind of like the anime and the gaming kind of district. I know Kieran will love that. So lots to explore. We're just going to kind of explore together, if we see something, just have a little look in it. There's so much you can't kind of take in and write down everything that you want to do, even though I've tried to. I've got kind of main, like, certain restaurants we want to go to, food we want to try, shops. I know there's like a shop called Don Quixote, which is like this big department store, like 8-9 floors of like everything you could ever want. All your Japanese snacks, Japanese skincare, makeup. It looks amazing. And people call it donkey, I think. I just keep seeing it on TikTok and I'm like, I have to go there. So there'll be an amazing haul as well coming up from Japan. It's both Disney and what I bought in Japan. So yeah, I'm going to be definitely in there. I think it's a 24-hour shop, or some of them are, like the bigger ones. So depending on what time zone I'm on, I will definitely be shopping in there for sure. And yeah, it's just so exciting. I really just can't wait to see like the culture and the city life, but also the really peaceful gardens and the transport, and everything's going to be like just brand new and amazing. So super excited to see that part. And I knew when I wanted to do this trip, obviously Disney was a main part of going there and seeing those Disney parks, but I really, really wanted to see a little bit of Tokyo and a little bit more of Japan. So we kind of like agreed on like a half and half, and trying to fit in as much as we can just to get a little bit of a taster of it. I know we're literally scratching the surface with like what we can do in Japan, but I thought this is just a great way of seeing little bits of it, and hopefully one day we could go back as well to do a lot more. So once we are done in Shinjuku and the kind of the main Tokyo city area, we are then heading across to Osaka, which is another city in Japan. It's actually called the Kitchen of Japan, a lot of people call it. So it's renowned for amazing like street food and kind of lots of amazing kind of districts within Osaka as well. And yeah, we're heading across there. A lot of people do go across to Osaka for the Universal Studios in Japan. Universal is closer to Osaka, but we aren't doing Universal on this trip just because, again, the timing we've got, we want to kind of do a little bit more of the areas around Osaka, so Kyoto, Nara. And yeah, we're not doing Universal. I will have just come off a Universal trip in Orlando. Me and Kieran are doing a Universal Orlando in February. So we just decided to kind of keep our days free for a bit more exploring the kind of like smaller districts around Osaka and seeing, say, different cities and things and the different kind of experiences you can do in each of them. So we are heading across on the Shinkansen, which is the bullet train. And we've booked our tickets through Klook. Again, really easy to do. They actually reserve your tickets. They're not confirmed yet, but they reserve it and they kind of book your tickets as soon as they're available. As soon as they're available on the JR, like the Japanese rail system, they book them through there. Definitely would recommend booking ahead of time. I mean, we really wanted to get them sorted. We will have what's considered oversized luggage, and you have to specifically get a seat for oversized luggage. So if you have like two big suitcases, you have to get those seats, what I've noticed. And say I've done a lot of research on this. There's kind of conflicting kind of information about it, I find. At the moment, I've booked through Klook, kind of reserved a time and requested a seat, an oversized luggage seat, which cost me an extra £15. So the initial ticket was £85 per person, I think, around that price. And then for £15 for both of you, you can request an oversized luggage seat. And then they have to kind of, if they don't manage to get that for you, they do refund it. And what I'm assuming is you don't get that when you have done that booking, you can then go and change it because all of the timings and the prices are all the same. I think there's two lines of bullet train. One's a little bit longer. The one we've booked is 2.5 hours from Tokyo Station to Shin Osaka Station. And it looks like they're all the same price and there's many times to choose from. So I'm assuming if I don't get that seat that I'm after, I can kind of change it at the station or through a machine or something. I've seen a lot of different kind of advice on it. But so at the moment, I've kind of reserved a seat. Hopefully that'll get confirmed. You can reserve seats kind of with a Mount Fuji view. You can choose that if you want to, or if you've got a certain class, or like a first class or something on the train. There's lots of different kind of options, but we want to make sure we've got enough room for our luggage because we won't be able to get on the train, I don't think, if we don't have those particular type of seats where you can store your luggage behind you. And it's about a 2.5 hour journey across then to Osaka. And we have 3 nights then there. And I made the kind of executive decision to stay close to the station that we get in on the bullet train, which is Shin Osaka, There's also Osaka Station, there's also Umeda Station, there's also Namba, there's so many stations. But I kind of made a decision to, once we get there, stay close to that station, and then we can just walk, leave our bags, check in. I think we get in about 3 o'clock, so we should be able to get our room, leave our bags, and then we can go from there into the kind of touristy areas and the main areas we want to go to in Osaka. So we're going to go to like Dotonbori, which is that main kind of like canal area that you'll see. If you say you Google Osaka, you'll see the big like neon signs, the big food signs, the big like running man, Glico running man, the Don Quixote with the big Ferris wheel around it. So that kind of area we'll go and explore that evening, and kind of the shops and stuff around that. But we'll have to train it from Shin Osaka down to that area. I think Namba Station is the closest. But yeah, we'll kind of have a little bit explore in Osaka. And then the other 2 days, we are going up to Kyoto. And then another day we're going to Nara, or the other way around. But I basically have become obsessed with these vintage trains. Don't know why. Just become obsessed with collecting stamps at train stations, which is a big thing that people do over there. And also these vintage trains, which run up to Kyoto and Nara. And one of them only runs on like Saturday, Sundays and bank holidays or something, or holiday days. So one we're definitely doing on the Saturday, and then the other one we're doing on the Friday. Again, I will share all this on my Instagram, on my vlogs, but I'm very excited. If it doesn't work out, we'll just get a normal train. But from research and what I've kind of noted, they're not expensive. One, you do have to pre-book your seat, but the other one you don't. You can just tap in normally. And yeah, I'll pop in the description, anything I'm kind of talking about, the sites and the links, I'll pop in the description for them. But yeah, they look amazing and I'm very excited. We were originally going to do a tour, which ticks off Kyoto and Nara on the same day, but we just decided we didn't fancy being in a tour group and sticking kind of to a tour group timing. We just want to kind of do our own thing and be in our own time. So we are going to spread it across the 2 days and do kind of the main like day in Kyoto and then the main day in Nara. Kieran really wants to feed the deers in the Nara Park. So yeah, we've definitely wanted to do that for sure. Even if we just end up doing that, that's absolutely fine. But we've got a little bit of a plan for the 2 days. Just on the mention of trains, now, from research again, it seems the best way of getting about and paying for the trains is on something called a Suica card, S-U-I-C-A. I'll just pop a picture up here. So yeah, these are cards that you just tap in and tap out of on the trains, and you can use them, you can top them up and use them as you go about on the different train lines. If you have an iPhone, you can add this to your wallet, and then you can load money onto it from there. If you don't have an iPhone, what I've researched is you can't do that. So you do have to get a physical card if you have anything. I think in Japan, if you've got another type of phone, like an Android or something, you can. But if you're coming from anywhere else and you don't have an iPhone, you have to get a physical card. And you can pick them up from like the airport when you get there, from the train stations, like the main train stations, they've got machines there. You put like a deposit on them, I believe. And then you can get the Suica card, which is like the green one. That one is valid for 10 years. I don't think you get your deposit back, but it's only a small amount of money. And yeah, you can then use that. You have to top it up with cash. Again, looking at planning, do bring some cash. A lot of people say you have to have a lot of cash. A lot of people say no, you can kind of pay a lot on a card. So we're just going to kind of do a bit of both. Have enough cash to cover Kieran. He doesn't have an iPhone, so he'll have to top up his rail card with the cash. But we'll have like enough on there, and obviously you can keep a track on it, looking at the machine and see your balance. And I'll just do it from my phone, even though I am tempted to maybe buy one to have an actual card, just like a souvenir. I don't know. I'll just see what's easiest. You can also pick up a welcome Suica card, which is like more of a tourist card. It lasts for 28 days, I believe, and you do get your deposit back on that one, what you have to load it up with to start with. So yeah, we could get that one. That's got a nice little pattern. I might get that one, and Kieran can get the other one. So we can give that a try and use that. But yeah, that's what you see everywhere, people recommending how to get about using the trains. Yeah, it's going to be amazing to explore Osaka as well and kind of tick some amazing places in Japan off the list. And yeah, really, really excited. Hopefully go on these amazing trains. So looking forward to that. I don't know what it is, but yeah, I'm a right train geek at the moment with them. But yeah, I'll say all the links in the description of what I've been like researching and planning out. and hopefully everything goes to plan with that. Once we are done in Osaka, we do then head across to Disney. It's the last part of the trip, saving the best to last maybe, I don't know, but yeah, we decided to kind of do Disney at the end so we can kind of acclimatise ourselves. A lot of people kind of recommended, leave it to the end, so you're kind of like not jet lagged and all of that sort of stuff, but I'm sure we'll be very tired. But I've kind of left that travel across to Disney day as like just a travel day. So we're not doing a park when we arrive in Disney, but we get back on the bullet train and we head back across to Tokyo Station. There you have to grab a train to Mahama Station, I think it's how you pronounce it. That is the main station that then connects you near to Tokyo Disney. It's the one closest, I think, to the Tokyo Disney area. We then head across to our first hotel at Disney and still can't believe I've got this booked. So we are staying at 2 hotels. We've got 5 nights there. We're doing 2 nights in one, 3 nights in another. Booked these directly through Disney, the Tokyo Disney site. Again, with Tokyo Disney, if you've been looking into doing a trip, you might have seen that they do vacation packages where you do get the hotel stay. You can either do 1 or 2 nights, I think 2 is the maximum. You get obviously your tickets included for both the parks. You do get their like Premier Pass or Premier Access Pass, like their Fast Pass, Lightning Lane, whatever you want to call it. You do get them for the rides as well. And you can choose which ones you want. You do then get food, again, which you can choose where you want to eat. I think you do get kind of free drinks throughout the park as well at certain locations. And you get like limited edition like souvenirs as well. Now, I did a lot of time thinking about this, like, do we want to do a vacation package? I know friends who have been and come back and said they wouldn't do one again. Like, they were always timing the day around the food and they didn't want to eat all the time and they kind of were snacking and then didn't want the sit-down meals. And then I have got friends who have priced it up and it works best for them. They really want to go because they want to have those fast passes. They want to have that vacation package experience. So say do your research, see if it's going to work out best for your trip. But for us, looking at the pricing, taking away kind of the hotel stay, taking away the tickets, and then left with kind of the money left over that would be for food, none of the kind of restaurants particularly stood out to me. We haven't booked a single reservation for a restaurant at Tokyo Disney. We're just going to kind of do quick service and snacks. And yeah, when I looked at it, it just wasn't worth it with the price for us. Now, again, the big perk, I think, and the reason I probably would have booked one was for the Premier Access passes. The rides do get busy. You can see that from like vlogs and from obviously people's experiences. It's a very busy place at both the parks. And obviously I absolutely love the rides at Disney. I will obviously want to go on as many as I can, but I only have a couple of main rides that I really want to go on. And if I do them and I don't get to do anything else, I'll be happy. But obviously you go to Disney, you want to get on the rides, but I'm happy to kind of go there and try and get Premier Accesses in the morning, tick off those rides, and then we're done. I know the new Fantasy Springs area is a lot busier. Those rides, the Premier Accesses can sell out pretty quickly. We do get 15 minutes happy entry, I think it's called, where you go into the parks earlier before regular guests. And yeah, you see kind of the big queues, but you do get in a little bit earlier, and you can only book your Premier Access passes, like if you're just doing them on the day on the app, you can only do them when you're in the park. So we need to get in the park, get one of those straight away. They do have something as well called the 40th anniversary pass, which is complimentary. So that's probably for like the sort of less popular rides, but still you can get a couple for them as well. So I've got my list to kind of prioritise what rides we want to do in both Tokyo Disney and DisneySea. One of the main rides in DisneySea is Journey to the Centre of the Earth, and that is actually closed when we're there, which I'm gutted about because it looks amazing. It's one of their kind of signature rides and it is closed till November. So yeah, always check on the app ride closures if it does affect your trip, if you want to move your trip so a certain ride is open. But again, what I always think, rides can close at any time. Like you could plan a whole trip and unfortunately it could be closed that day for some other reason. They do ahead of time, so they put them on the app so you can see. But I did ask my friends who had been and they said, oh, I wouldn't move your whole trip for that ride. I mean, it's a great ride, but, you know, I wouldn't move your whole trip. There's plenty other stuff to do. I was like, oh, yeah, obviously I wouldn't do that. But, yeah, so it's a bit gutting, but there's plenty to do. And Tokyo Sea is obviously a brand new park and it looks, the theming and the detail is amazing. So, yes, I will try, say, get the Premier Access. I'll let you know on the vlogs how we get on with that. if I think we managed to do it without a vacation package, or would I maybe look at a vacation package next time. So let me know in the comments if you've done one. I think if you were only going there for 1 or 2 days, it might be worth the money, just so you can get those rides and you have everything kind of packaged together. But because we have 2 full days in both the parks and a little bit, we've got 5 nights in total, I'm hoping that it'll work out that we can do it without that and saved a little bit of money, because it was quite a lot more to do a vacation package from when I priced it up. Again, I think the Premier Accesses are about equivalent of like £12, I think, per ride per person. You are still like spending that money then on that, but say when I worked out kind of the calculations, it was better for us to just stick to booking the hotels, booking the tickets, hopefully getting kind of the fast passes and things when we're there. But anyway, yes, the hotels, let me talk about the hotels. So I originally, when I had this booked like a year ago, when we were supposed to go last year, I was planning on us just staying kind of in the Hilton or the Sheraton, so being nearby, and which was absolutely fine. They've got amazing hotels kind of all in the Tokyo Bay area. And just through kind of what went on last year with my cancer journey, and again, say I've got videos on this on my channel, but yeah, I had a really, really rough and very tough last year, and say everything that both me and Kieran have been through, I just really wanted to treat us to some amazing hotels when we get to Disney and just finish the holiday with like top level. We just wanted to do it the best, just really wanted to treat us and put the money into making the Disney stay the best it can be. And yeah, that's what we're doing. We are staying at the Tokyo Disneyland Hotel for the first 2 nights, and we are staying in a Beauty and the Beast themed room, which just Google those rooms. They look amazing. For like the 90s kid that I am, Disney films and Beauty and the Beast being like one of my favourite films, it's just an absolute dream come true. But yeah, all I can keep saying is we deserve it. We deserve it, and it's going to be extra, extra special. So we have 2 nights there, and say we're right at the front of the park. We're there. We just get smacked in the face with Disney, with Tokyo Disney as soon as we're there. And I wanted that. I wanted it to be easy. I wanted to just be in the magic instantly when we get there. And yeah, gosh, whew, breathe. I'm not gonna cry. Wanted to just, yeah, get in there and stay. It looks stunning. The whole hotel looks absolutely amazing, and I can't wait to share the room tour there and share our time there at the Tokyo Disneyland Hotel. We then move across to the Toy Story Hotel for 3 nights, our last 3 nights at the Toy Story Hotel. And it looks so much fun. The theming's amazing. I know friends who've stayed there said it's brilliant. That one's a little bit further away. It's more in kind of the Tokyo Bay area. And you've got, say, the Hilton, the Sheraton, all of them kind of in that row. And the Toy Story official Disney hotel is there. And pricing it up, it's not much difference to stay in, say, at the Hilton, Sheraton. So if you do want a little bit of Disney, want that theming, want an official Disney hotel, have a look at the Toy Story. It does sell out quite quick, that one, because it is, say, nearer to the park and the cheapest. There are other ones cheaper, but they're slightly further away. I know it does sell out quite quickly on the vacation packages. I booked our hotels 4 months before the day of checking in, and I didn't get up super early. I got up, I think I booked them around 9 a.m, didn't get up super early. I know they come on sale about 3 a.m. UK time to book. I say if you get a vacation package, it might be worth getting up and booking them earlier, but I found 9 a.m, just booked them 4 months in advance. And then the tickets I booked through Klook, Disneyland and the Tokyo DisneySea tickets. They were around £50 per person per day. So we spent about £200 per person on tickets. Now, say compared to the other parks around the world, it's super cheap. But yeah, I found it really easy with Klook. They just confirm the tickets. You get a QR code through via email or on the booking on the app. And we just scanned the QR code into the Tokyo Disney app, and the tickets popped up straight away. We could put our names on them and they are good to go. We've got them there to scan in when we get to the park. So super easy to book. And I booked them only a couple of weeks ago from recording this. So it was about 8 weeks before we go. So yeah, 2 months before we go. So hotel was about 4 months before, and the tickets were about 2 months before what I found to book. So everything's quite last minute. I mean, I'm used to kind of booking Florida where you book way in advance, and then everything's kind of good to go, and you can do more, like your dining's obviously like 60 days before, things like that. Yeah, it seemed really, really weird booking tickets so late on, but I think they are quite easy to get hold of, Tokyo Disney tickets, and book them. Kind of, but I wanted to get everything done as soon as I could book it. I wanted to get them done. So yeah, they're all done there. And yeah, we've got first day in Tokyo Disneyland. I can't wait to see that park, see the differences to the other parks, the certain rides. We've got amazing food, the merchandise. I mean, just the haul is going to be insane. When I come back, there's going to be a Disney haul. Don't worry. All the bag charms, all the ears, everything. But yeah, I'm really excited to hopefully try a Mickey waffle there. There's a little picture of one. They do some amazing Mickey waffles. There'll be, I think, certain themed ones for the time of year. There'll be certain Halloween snacks and themed food. They change up the food depending on the season and kind of what's going on. I'm really excited to try these little alien mochi balls. They are like a top tier snack at Tokyo Disney. They are like top of my list to find and to try, and I will do a taste test for the vlogs as well. But yeah, we have first day Tokyo Disneyland, then we're going Tokyo DisneySea, which is apparently the best Disney theme park in the world, the best for theming and everything. So can't wait. Brand new theme park to try. I know Disneyland's brand new, but it's kind of similar to the other ones, but Tokyo Sea, can't wait. And then we have Disneyland again, and then we have Tokyo DisneySea. So going one of each day. And I'm hoping that is enough time in both of them. I'm sure we'll miss out something. I will have to go back, but what a shame. But yeah, I'm really excited to see those parks, go on the little monorail. Now the monorail, it was like a train with the Mickey-shaped windows. That's actually, you do have to pay for that. You can use your Suica card, or you can pay and get like a little special edition ticket as well from the train station. So looking forward to that. And again, all the shopping, meeting the characters, seeing the parades, just experiencing a different Disney park. And yeah, if you have been to Tokyo Disney, what would you recommend? What snacks? What rides? Best places to go in the whole kind of Tokyo Disney area? Let me know. I honestly can't wait. And yeah, the whole trip, just, you see how excited I am just to talk about it. But when I'm there, like, it's going to be another level. I can't wait. Yeah, it's an absolute dream come true, this trip. And it's a long time coming. It's been moved across from a year, but I feel like that year's gone really fast and I'm not prepared still to go. But I'm just so excited we've got this like itinerary and kind of plans now to make it extra special for this year. And I can't wait to share the time out there with Kieran and go to another Disney park together. Kieran actually has been to Paris, California, and then it'll be Tokyo before he's ever been to Walt Disney World, which when I tell people, they're like, that's really backwards. Like, that's not the way to do it. We're actually going to Walt Disney World in February next year. But yeah, so he will have done California, Paris and Tokyo before ever setting foot in Walt Disney World. So yeah, I'll have to ask him what he thinks when he actually finally gets to Walt Disney World. How does it compare to Tokyo? But I know he'll love it, and I know it's exciting to go around Disney together. We absolutely loved when we went to California together. So I know it's going to be a lot of fun. Really can't wait to share the whole trip with him. And yeah, also if you are, say, researching Tokyo Disney, you've probably come across Chris from TDR Explorer. I watch his vlogs all the time. He's been the best to kind of watch to get a real insight of Tokyo Disney. And yeah, make sure you check him out. And yeah, if you're looking into going to Tokyo Disney, he's got the best vlogs. He lives out there and he goes to the parks regularly. So yeah, it's been great to watch there and got lots of tips from there. And then yeah, Amy from Cakes with Faces, great to recommend hotels and kind of things to do in Tokyo. Kensho Quest I've watched as well, again for like traveling around Japan. And yeah, just had a few friends that have been there before. And yeah, it's been just great to pick up some research, but I can't wait to actually go there myself, experience it, and then hopefully I can help you guys if you've got any questions. And yeah, we'll do a trip report at the end to see what I planned and what I actually end up doing, what I would maybe change if I went again, what I really missed out on, or what we loved. I'll just do a full kind of recap on how we found it, because say it's a completely different trip than I've ever done before. Lots to fit in, lots to do. And I'm so excited to share it. And I hope you enjoyed this video, guys, on my plans and what I found from my research for Japan. Hope it's helped. Say any questions, if I've missed anything out, let me know in the comments. The only thing I'm kind of struggling on with going is what eSIM to get for my phone and how to get the internet. So if you've got any advice on that, I'm still kind of researching that, and I haven't bought anything yet to do with that, and how to use kind of my phone out there. So yeah, I'll make sure it's done though, because I have to have a phone for various things. But yeah, it's the only kind of thing I'm still working on. So we'll see how we get on. But yeah, there's lots to plan. It's a really fun trip to plan. Lots involved in it, but it's going to be an adventure, that's for sure. So thank you so much for watching. Can't wait to bring the vlogs out. They'll be here at the end of the year. So make sure you subscribe and like this video. More people will find my videos then. And yeah, thank you so much for being here. I will see you in my next one. Bye.